Hello again, JAKSON here. Welcome to the channel. Nice to have you as always. So you know I like a bit of that kind of thing. Yeah, I do love 100. Made many vids about that. Always banging on about it. And the sites I build always follow that philosophy too, including my site too. But, and it's a big but, there's something you should know about this. All those scores you're seeing there is cached speed, effectively static snapshots of your site. While this is great, and it is great, as soon as you log into that site, the cache disappears and so will your page speed. And in this day and age of powerful dynamic WordPress sites where most users are logged in, things like web shops, course platforms, communities, events booking, ticketing, forums, directories, listing, websites, membership portals, client portals, all that kind of stuff. This is where your user experience can drop off a cliff. And if sites like these are slow, it's not about installing another cache plugin. It becomes all about your server architecture. So today I'll show you the difference between web servers and that architecture and how that affects the performance of your WordPress website, with some real world examples of the differences. Stay tuned for those. Been wanting to make this video for ages, for quite a while. And huge thanks to Cloudways for partnering with me on this today and making it happen. So here we go. It's what you need to know about web servers 2026. Right then, you know what a server is, yeah? It's a computer that's running server software. Bang on, top marks, well done. Now, the two big software players are Apache and Nginx. Apache has been literally the backbone of the web since 1995. It's what the early web was built on effectively. But it was built for an era of low traffic. Nginx came along about a decade later, specifically to solve the problem of servers crashing literally under heavy loads. So what's the difference? Here's the analogy I heard that describes it pretty well. It's called the restaurant analogy. So if you think of Apache like a restaurant where every time a customer walks in, they get given their own dedicated waiter. That waiter then takes their order, walks to the kitchen, and then literally just stands there waiting for the chef to finish cooking. They don't help anyone else until your meal is delivered, you've eaten it, and you leave. I mean, it kind of works fine. You need a few tables and plenty of waiters. But if a coach load suddenly turns up needing 50 tables, the restaurant has to hire 50 waiters on the spot. It runs out of space, it runs out of wages, which effectively is your server memory, by the way. And the whole system crashes and the restaurant gets 1 star on Google. Nginx, however, is more like having one absolute master of a front of house manager, a maitre d'. They do not wait around. They take your order, stick it on the ticket rail for the kitchen, and instantly turn around and take the next person's order. When the chef dings his bell to say the meal is ready, the manager grabs it, throws it on the table, all the while still taking new orders. This is an event-driven system. One single manager could effectively handle thousands of customers simultaneously, well, kind of, without breaking a sweat, and of course using a fraction of the resources. So no surprise, for modern dynamic or high-traffic WordPress, Nginx is the absolute king. Now, Nginx is brilliant at handing out static files like images and CSS and HTML files, that kind of thing. But it doesn't speak PHP natively. So that's a problem given the PHP-based nature of WordPress architecture. So it needs a translator. Enter into the mix the secret sauce, chef's special sauce, yes indeed, PHP-FPM. What the heck is that? Well, it actually means FastCGI Process Manager. Okay, what the heck is that? What does it do? So imagine a user clicks a link on the site or logs into the dashboard. Nginx, our front of house manager, receives the request, realizing it needs dynamic WordPress logic, it instantly hands the order ticket straight to PHP-FPM, our kitchen. PHP-FPM goes into the server's file system, grabs the raw PHP code from the WordPress theme and plugins, probably both, pulls the requested text from the database, and cooks it all nicely and beautifully together into a finished, tasty HTML page. Finally, PHP-FPM hands that completed HTML page back to Nginx, stay with me, which fires it over to the user's browser in milliseconds. Sounds complicated? Yes, it's very complicated. Now, as WordPress hosting has evolved, a lot more of the professional WordPress hosts moved to what could be described as a hybrid stack. This is where Apache hides behind Nginx, but that's effectively running two servers at the same time. So it eats up your server's RAM, and passing requests between them creates like massive bottleneck. So it's faster than straight Apache, but totally not as fast as pure Nginx and PHP-FPM. Yeah, dropping Apache completely frees up those resources and cuts out the middleman, which is why a ton of those top tier WordPress hosts are offering the new, much faster Apache freeway, including my esteemed partner today, my good friends Cloudways. They call their version of this the lightning stack. And let me tell you, it is pretty lightning. And with literally one click, you can bin off Apache entirely and switch to the lightning stack. And what's more, it's actually available on every single one of the flexible hosting tiers. So this gives us DIYers and freelancers this incredible enterprise level architecture. I mean, it's literally straight fire and forget. Oh, and there's a bonus, which I haven't mentioned yet. Don't forget that working in the WP admin means you are uncached too. And for, massive big sites with tons of plugs, the PHP is working overtime. So this environment will also significantly speed up that experience as well. Right, want to see some of these speed results and real world tests? Let's jump into the editor. Righty, right then. Here we are. We are on a dashboard of a very old site. Can you guess whose it is? Tons of stuff here. Learn Dash, Elementor, post types, topics, forums, all sorts of stuff. So a heavyweight dashboard. Let's head over to Cloudways. We're going to head down to application settings and over to the web stack. Yes, and we have got the hybrid stack selected. Cool. Let's get back to our dashboard. We're going to inspect the page, or inspect anything on the page. And here we are in the elements section, which we obviously have played around with quite a bit in our times on this channel. But instead of the elements, we're going to go to the drop down and go to network. These are all the files that will come in when we give this a nice big hard refresh. And you'll see that there is many files, but there's one in particular that we're interested in, and that is the one at the very top once it's finished loading, nearly 200 files. And that's the admin. That's the kind of page, and this is where we find out what our time to first byte is, and that will give us an indication of how fast our server is responding to all those hundreds of requests. You get me? So if we highlight that, we see this panel pop up, and we're going to go to the end here, and you see this little timing drop down. That there, waiting for server response, that is our time to first byte. Remember that, 3.4 seconds. So every time you hit the dashboard, it's going to take you 3.4 seconds for the page to load correctly or fully. Okay, like I say, remember that. Let's get back to Cloudways, and we simply jump onto the lightning stack, highlight that, and click update now, and we'll just proceed and wait for that to do its thing. I'll probably fast forward this bit because it does take a few moments. And there we go. Old website has been updated to the lightning stack. Oh joy. Right, let's get back to the old site, and we're just going to clear that out, and we'll give that another massively hard refresh. Here we go. All the same requests coming in. It's loaded now. Let's get back up to the top and see what we're dealing with here with our WP admin time to first byte. There's our timing. and it's under a second. Insane. Like, I mean, just imagine, right, that is going to be saving how much time over the course of a year, few months, whatever. That's going to be saving you an absolute ton of time. Right, next up we have got, for our examples, my site here. This is the freebies page, restricted content. Go and sign up for our freebies. Loads of goodies on there for your WordPress pleasure. And let's go and have a look at the page speed on that. Now, this is obviously not logged in. This is on the front end, not logged in. 98. Sorry about that. I have to go and fix that at some point. But still not bad, is it? Right, let's get back to our admin and go to the tab I've got here open, which is the freebies page, but when you're logged in, okay? And you see there that I am logged in. And we're going to do the same. This is where we inspect anything on the page. But instead of network, we're actually going to look at Lighthouse, because Lighthouse on DevTools on Chrome is essentially like doing PageSpeed Insights, but in your browser. I don't know if I've ever told you that before. Anyway, we can run a similar, well, it's not similar, it's exactly the same performance test whilst you're logged in. Pretty cool, huh? So let's get that going, analyze the page load. So remember, it was 98 logged out, and it's doing its thing pretty fast, and it's 96 logged in. Absolutely stonking. So you can see that the overhead of logged in, it's even with my site, even though it's not huge, ridiculous, and of course it's optimized to heck, it's still super zippy for the dynamicness that it is presenting. So last but by no means least, let's have a quick look at the Cloudways blog from a few months ago when they introduced the Lightning Stack, because there's some amazing stats on here for the Lightning Stack. Straight up to 65% faster performance. We've seen a little bit of that. There are tons and tons of details and explanations on here, a little bit like what I've presented to you today, and whys, wherefores, and what have you. But yeah, let's come and find some of those stats. Yeah, 65% faster response times, 33% faster WordPress admin. We definitely saw that. 54% more requests served and lower CPU usage and all this sort of stuff. Those are the reasons, folks. But also, there was a ton of benchmarking stuff by these guys here that dive into even more stats and figures of just exactly how remarkable and speedy and efficient the Nginx FPM combo is. If we jump actually to their page, let's just make that a little bigger. You can just, all the links are in the description. Just go through some of this stuff. It's got all the testing data and the setups and the different types of servers they used and all that sort of stuff. Remember, this is independent testing, by the way. Just showing just some more of those superb figures on getting your website absolutely humming along with that combo, that server combo. Yeah, put the kettle on, because you're going to need some time to get through that. But where's the conclusion there? Look. Results establish clear performance baselines and demonstrate Lightning superior across all critical metrics. Enough said. Link is in the description if you want to go try Cloudways Lightning Stack for free, no credit card required. Go and check it out. It is a no-brainer to choose that kind of infrastructure for your modern dynamic WordPress websites. But get your comments in below. Tell me what your views are on server setups and all that jazz. And if you want a little bit more WordPress action, there's a video for you right there. But until next time, I shall see you later.